Hey, what's up? It's Andy from Black Veil Brides. I'm in Newcastle right now, and you're watching the Kerrang podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Kerrang podcast. Here I am upstairs at the Newcastle Academy with Andy Biersack of Black Veil Brides. How are you doing today?
I feel good. How are you doing?
I'm very good. You've got 3 more dates on this UK run before you go back into Europe and the mainland. Then you're back for a few more shows, and you've got a special Halloween show in London.
This is all true. Everything you just said is true.
Yeah, I speak the truth.
Facts.
Yeah. So you've for this Halloween show, you've kind of said that fancy dress is optional. What would you kind of suggest that fans came dressed as?
Well, it's interesting because most of our fans dress as us when they come to the shows anyway. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the reason I guess it would be optional is because that's sort of the norm at a Black Veil Bride show is to dress sort of crazy. So, I guess we suggest that if you have a costume or an idea or, it's Halloween. In the States, Halloween is a huge deal. So, and I know that sometimes from what I've heard or from what I've seen, Halloween isn't made as big of a deal over here. I mean, if you're in the States right now, every store, every window front, everything is just full of pumpkins and Halloween and everything. So we want to hopefully bring some of that to your fine land.
Excellent.
And just dress up. It doesn't matter what it is. You can cover yourself in paint. You could put a hat over, it doesn't matter, anything. In fact, I'd like to see someone wearing just a hat over their face because it'd be difficult for them to walk, and that's amusing. I've adopted a new makeup style for the UK.
Okay.
I've been inspired a lot by the movie The Lion King recently.
Okay.
So as you see, I'm rocking a bit of a scar look for this tour. It's exciting for me to I'll be honest with you, just doing something different with your makeup for us, because we do the same thing all the time, is cool. So I've adopted something new for the UK tour.
Cool. Have you seen the 3D version of The Lion King?
I have not. I wanted to go, but I didn't really have time. It came out in LA at the El Capitan Theater, which is like the big Disney theater in LA.
Okay.
Right before I left, like 2 or 3 days before, and I couldn't really justify not packing for tour and instead going to see a children's movie.
Yeah. What about the bit where Simba's lifted up?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Did you well up?
No. I'm a Scar fan. I'll be honest with you. He was awesome.
Rooting for the bad guy.
Yeah, well, you got to. He had the deep voice and he looked cool. Bad guys always look cooler. Yeah. I always wanted to be the coolest looking good guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have the bad tendencies, but I think I'm generally a good guy. Write in. Tell us if you think I'm a good guy.
Let's conduct a straw poll.
And I want to say something. I want to use this as a medium, if you will let me, to say something to the fans in Glasgow at our show at the ABC. I'm sorry that last night. Well, I guess whenever they watch this, it won't be last night. But for me, I'm sorry that last night I wasn't able to come out and sign your guys' stuff. I really wasn't feeling well. Since coming over here, the climate is very different to where I'm from, and my throat has been killing me. And I actually started taking antibiotics yesterday. And our bus was leaving, and I had to try to get some rest because I don't do well when the bus is in motion. So I want to apologize to anybody who didn't get anything signed. We will come back soon, and I promise I will rectify that. But it's sometimes hard for me, especially with being a singer. I already have it kind of rough in that the climates are different, and then I sometimes get head colds and stuff. So I want to apologize. I wasn't ignoring you guys, and I wasn't trying to think I'm too big for you guys, because I'm not. Without you guys, we wouldn't be a band. So.
Last time we saw you were walking around with your Kerrang awards.
Yes.
At downloads.
Yes.
Did they leave you aside for the rest of the summer, or did you put them away?
Well, I moved into a new house when I got home, and I pretty prominently displayed them in my kitchen. So now, anyone that walks in the kitchen, my girlfriend does dishes and looks at the K award, and I like having it in there. I also have all of the Kerrang covers that we've been on framed in my hallway, just so when you walk to the bathroom, anyone that enters my home just has to look at the success of my band.
That's cool.
All joking aside, honestly, I really do. I appreciate that, that we have those kind of things. And the reason that I get so excited about that kind of stuff, and the reason that, I had the award with me in the last podcast and everything, is that, I'm very much a little kid, and I'm stoked about the fact that our fans were so passionate and so devoted that they got us that award. So, I kind of wanted to show it off to any of the fans who were watching, because a lot of them didn't get to be at the award show, so they got to see the award in the podcast.
In that house you've been talking about, you were pictured on the Black Veil Brides blog with a mountain of Batman toys.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a big fan of Batman.
Yes, and by the way, I'd like to note that when I said my girlfriend does dishes, I didn't mean she exclusively does dishes. I mean that was
Just that day.
Just that day. I'd like to clarify that it's not a job. It's it happens sometimes, but I mean more because I'm really like a 7-year-old, as you noted about my my Batman toy collection.
Yeah.
And that's only a small amount of it.
It's just a mere glimpse into the sort of Batman obsession.
That was just the first trash bag full that I dumped out on the floor when I got into the new place.
Wow. Because you've got the tattoo on your right forearm.
I do. I have several Batman tattoos.
You've got the button badge.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, I'm a huge. I don't know if you knew this, but I like Batman quite a bit.
We've heard. So I mean, what is it about Batman that's kind of transcends all of the superheroes?
There's different things. I mean, a lot of it boils down to when I was a young kid, it was kind of an aesthetic thing. Like I saw it and I was like, wow, I like that. I want to be like that, And then over time, it was, a lot of it has to do with the closeness that I feel with my parents and my family, and how my dad always bought me Batman comic books and action figures. And when when we come home from work, he'd sometimes have comic books, and he and I have Batman tattoos that represent like at the same spots that represent like father and son kind of thing. My mom always let me dress up like Batman, run around the neighborhood, and there's a lot that has been kind of throughout my life that had to do with that character. So, and as much as I love the character itself, and I love the comic books, and I love the idea of someone who has some adversity that they face in their life and kind of rising up and making themselves into something, rather than he isn't really a superhero. He wasn't born with powers. I mean, I guess he was born with money, but apart from that, he really did, he created who he was and created a symbol, which is what I think that, when we first started Black Veil Brides, that was very much what we wanted to do. Obviously, in a different, we aren't superheroes, but, and doing music. So, yeah, there's a bunch of different reasons why I love Batman. But at the end of the day, I think it's just, he's badass and my favorite character, probably my favorite, like, myth, or, so I'm not religious, so I guess I believe in Batman.
Cool. Every Sunday, do you watch the Dark Knight?
I watch, yeah. I mean, I guess if watching Batman is like church, I guess I go to church quite a bit.
Cool. Later this month, the Arkham City computer game comes out. Are you much of a gamer?
I have the Arkham Asylum, which is the part 1 of that for my Xbox at home, which I think I've only played about half of it because I get frustrated that I want to just punch people in the game. All the story stuff annoys me. So yeah, I played like half of it and it just kind of sits there. It looks awesome. Yeah. I'm not much of a gamer. That's why I love like Mortal Kombat. I play Mortal Kombat pretty often. I play Mortal Kombat versus DC because it's just punching really. Like it's just fighting. You don't have to I don't do story mode. It's just I like just the act of, and when I do Mortal Kombat, I play as Sub-Zero and I just do one move over and over again. Yeah. The ice sword. So if you play Mortal Kombat on the Xbox, if you just do ice sword over and over again, it's pretty much unbeatable because you can't block it, and if you get the person like down in the corner, you can just keep hitting them over and over again and they can't stand up. So you ultimately are always going to win. I've played live against people on like expert level who were like really good at the game and just did that over and over again and they got so pissed.
Finally, in the summer you had that mishap where you fell and broke a rib. How's your body doing now?
My body is.
Broke 3 ribs.
I don't know. How is my body doing now?
Something good.
Oh man, I had to get that in there at least once because last time I talked about how attractive you were. So
yeah.
Not for me. Again, I'm not gay, but if I were, totally a cool looking dude.
I'd be a shoo-in.
Certainly.
Yeah. Totally.
No, I'm feeling much better. I guess you can be the judge of that if you see live footage or you watch us play. I'm a little bit more cautious probably than I was prior to the accident, but I think I'm doing pretty well. All of Warped Tour I had to play with like a brace on, and that was kind of annoying.
You did kind of make it look quite metal though.
I tried to. The thing is, I wore one for almost the entire. When I first started, it looked too clean for me, so I just kept wearing it. So all my paint would sort of like melt on it, and then I draw stitches, and I kind of fucked it up and did like a cross on it. Yeah. So by the end of the tour, it looked pretty great. It smelled terrible, but looked pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be playing Newcastle in about an hour and a half.
Yes.
Let you just relax and drink tea and do all the things singers do.
Yeah, I don't really do any of those things.
Right.
I don't do any of the things singers do, including sing all that well, really.
Right. Well, it's been brilliant seeing you again. Enjoy the rest of the tour, and we'll see you in Halloween.
See you, man.
Cool, man.